Question number 6. The object of thy will in line 18 refers to the lover's what? So let's take a look at the line and the context that surrounds it, and remember the title and that the speaker is talking to an inconstant or unfaithful person, whom we now know after part 1 is his former lover. So we'll back all the way back up to line 13 and dissect what he's saying here. But thou thy freedom didst recall, that it, the freedom, thou might elsewhere enthrall. So you recalled your freedom so that you could enslave it or use it somewhere else. Line 15, and then how could I but disdain a captive's captive to remain? Or how could I do anything but disdain remaining attached to someone who is attached to someone else? When new desires had conquered thee and changed the object of thy will, it had been lethargy, or like laziness here, in me, not constancy or loyalty, to love thee still. So based on what he's saying in lines 13 through 16 here, we can tell that his lover recalled her freedom so that she can become the captive of or be attached to someone else. So her new desires for the new lover have conquered her and changed the object of her will, or changed the person that she loves, because she now loves someone new, not the speaker. So we can see that the best answer here is A, romantic interest. The object of her will, or the object of her choice of person that she loves, has changed since the new desires have conquered her. You can eliminate the rest because if you understand the title and what this poem is about, none of these other answers, disciplined approach to life, need for independence, headstrong nature, sense of self-purpose, really make any sense at all. Question number 7. In lines 19 through 24, the speaker explains that he would have what? And the lines in question, along with the lines immediately preceding them, read, when new desires had conquered thee and changed the object of thy will, it had been lethargy in me, not constancy, to love thee still. Yea, it had been a sin to go and prostitute affection so, since we are taught no prayers to say to such as must to others pray. So let's run through the meaning of these lines. As we saw just a minute ago, those first two lines are saying, when new desires had conquered his lover and changed her romantic interest to someone else besides the speaker. And in lines in 1920, he's saying, when that happened, it had been lethargy in me, not constancy, to love thee still. Lethargy, as we saw, is a lack of energy or enthusiasm, or laziness maybe here. And constancy, the opposite of inconstancy, which is part of the title of the poem, is loyalty or faithfulness. So here he's saying, when new desires conquered you so that you began loving someone else besides me, it would have been laziness, not faithfulness, to keep loving you. Then he goes on to say, in 21 and 22, yea, or yes, it had been a sin to go and prostitute affection so, or in this manner. So he's further emphasizing his thought by saying, yes, it would have been a sin to prostitute, which here has the idea of selling out and therefore cheapening affection by loving someone who loved someone else. His reason that it would be a sin to sell out like this is that we are taught not to say prayers to someone who must say prayers to someone else. So he's saying that we're taught to pray only to God, not another mortal, because another mortal would have to pray to someone else, and God, being God, doesn't have to pray to anyone. And in doing this, he is implying that his lover, who might have at one time been worthy of worship, or she was goddess-like, is no longer worthy of worship because she prays to or worships someone else. Because she has been unfaithful and loves another, she is no longer worthy of worship. So with that understanding under our belts, let's look at the responses. A, shortchanged himself if he had courted another woman not good enough for him. This doesn't fit because he isn't talking about courting another woman here. He is talking to his former lover, to love thee still. He doesn't mention anyone else, so A isn't a supportable answer. Cross it out. B, denied himself true love by settling on the first woman available to him. This doesn't fit either. There isn't anything here about settling on the first woman available to him. We don't know if his former lover is the first person he ever loved or the 31st. He doesn't say. Neither does he say that true love was never involved. Maybe they did have true love when they were together, or maybe they didn't. All we know is that it's over now. So cross out B. C. Disappointed his lover if he had fallen in love with someone else. He doesn't talk here about disappointing his lover. We can gather from his implication that his lover is no longer worthy of prayers or worship, that he is disappointed in her, but that's not the same thing. You can eliminate C. D. Demeaned love by staying with his lover out of passivity rather than affection. To demean is to cause a loss of dignity or respect for something, and passivity is just acceptance of something without actively responding. And here he says that it would be a sin to prostitute affection so by continuing to love her out of lethargy rather than constancy. To prostitute something would be to demean it, and since these ideas are very similar, D is well supported by the poem. E. Disrespected his lover by remaining loyal to her out of a sense of duty rather than love. This is not supportable. He doesn't say anything about the possibility of disrespecting her. He says that it would have demeaned affection to stay with her, not that it would have demeaned or disrespected her, and not out of a sense of duty, but out of lethargy. So this answer doesn't fit. And the best answer is D. The speaker would have demeaned love by staying with his lover out of passivity rather than affection. Question number 8. In the final stanza, lines 25 through 32, the speaker claims that he will what? So let's read over those lines and break down what they're saying. Yet do thou glory in thy choice of his good fortune boast. I'll neither grieve nor yet rejoice to see him gain what I have lost. The height of my disdain shall be to laugh at him, to blush for thee, to love thee still, but go no more a begging at a beggar's door. If we go back through and replace a few words and phrases, this is what he's saying. Yet do thou be proud in your new choice of lover, your new lover, of his good fortune brag. I'll neither grieve nor yet rejoice to see him gain what I have lost. The height of my contempt shall be to laugh at him, to be ashamed for thee, to love thee still, but go no more a begging at a beggar's door. So now to the answer choices. A. Support his lover in her choice of a new suitor. He's not really supportive. He's disdainful or contemptuous of their relationship. He's laughing at the new lover. He's blushing for or ashamed for his former lover. This is not how you show support for someone's relationship, so no, you can cross out A. B. Maintain a measured sense of detachment from his lover and her new suitor. Measured here can be understood to mean determined or planned out ahead of time. And he is determining here that while he will be disdainful of the two and continue to love his former lover, he will be detached. He no longer will go a-begging at a beggar's door or begging for the love of someone who is begging for someone else's love. So B definitely fits. It's a good answer. C. Try to keep himself from feeling too sad due to the loss of his lover. He doesn't mention feeling sadness or trying to keep himself from feeling sadness. He's disdainful, he's laughing at the new lover, he's ashamed for his former lover because of her behavior, but he's not sad or trying to keep himself from being sad. You can eliminate C. D. Win his lover back from her new suitor. Again, no, he's not trying to win her back. He admits that he still loves her, but he won't go a-begging at a beggar's door. He's clearly saying that he won't beg, he won't try to win her back. So D is incorrect. E. Revel in criticizing the faults of his lover and her new suitor. That's not what he says. He says that he'll laugh at the new suitor and be ashamed for his former lover, but he doesn't say he'll spend time reveling in or enjoying criticizing either of their faults. So E doesn't work either, and the best response is B. Maintain a measured sense of detachment from his lover and her new suitor. Question number 9. In the final stanza, lines 25 through 32, the speaker's attitude towards the situation is best described as one of what? And we're looking at the same lines as we did in the last question, lines 25 through 32. So let's look at our answer choices and see what we can eliminate quickly. B. Deep remorse can be eliminated because the speaker isn't feeling remorse, which is deep regret or guilt. So cross out B. D, ambivalent concern, can also go because while you might argue that he's feeling a little ambivalent or has mixed feelings about his lover, after all, he loves her still, but he's not going to pursue her, still he isn't concerned. He's disdainful, laughing at the new lover, feeling ashamed for his former lover. So this answer can't be supported. Cross out D. C, arrogant defiance. We can get rid of this too because even if you think he might be arrogant because he's disdainful, he's not defiant. He tells his love to go ahead and glory in her choice, and he tells the lover to keep bragging about his good fortune. So he's not defiant. Get rid of C. E, vindictive anger. This isn't a supportable answer because he doesn't indicate that he's angry. He's laughing at the new lover. He's ashamed for his former lover. He still loves her. He's not vindictive, which is showing a strong desire for revenge. So get rid of E. And all we have left is A, firm acceptance, which is the best answer. He is accepting the situation and he is firm about it. Go ahead, he says, do what you're going to do. I'll be disdainful of your new lover. I'll be ashamed for you. I still love you, but I won't beg. So A, firm acceptance, is certainly the best response here. Question number 10. The poem can be best described as the speaker's what? A, defense of his thoughts and actions. In lines 3 and 4, the speaker is defending the fact that he has changed or that he is changing. Why shouldn't he change, he asks, since his lover has changed? In lines 15-16, he further defends his having ceased to be captive to his lover since she is captive to someone else. So yes, he is defending his changed thoughts and actions, and A is a good answer. B, argument for the merits of remaining unattached. The poem isn't talking about the merits or the worth of being unattached in general. On the contrary, in lines 9 and 10, the speaker indicates that he would still be attached to his lover if she hadn't been unfaithful. So this won't work. Cross out B. C, lament over the death of his lover. No, his lover is still very much alive and in love with someone else, so cross out C. D, attack on youth and folly. There's nothing here that indicates anything about the age of anyone, so there's no way to say that anything is being said about youth here. So get rid of D. E, plea for love. No, certainly not. The speaker clearly says that he's not going to beg, so he isn't making a plea for love here. Cross out E. And the best answer is A, defense of his thoughts and actions.